So dyeing synthetic materials, what happens when you do it? What does it look like after you've done it? I'm going to show you these items, what they look like before and what they look like now, and what happened when I applied the Dylon paint to it, because it actually shouldn't work or give a lighter color. So I'm going to tell you about all the different ratios of textile, and that will give you a better impression of what you might expect to get out of your piece with synthetic materials. So I'm going to show you all of these pieces, tell you all the ratios, and let's get to it. And what's nice to see is that some pieces give the same effect. And this is 3% elastane, and this was 5% synthetic. I don't know what material it actually was. 95% viscose, and I think 5% elastane, so this was 5 and this was 3. So this t-shirt got a few more stains than I thought it would. So it did get a lot of black, but it also got a lot of stains. And this piece got the top and bottom in the same sort of stains, bleach stains look altogether. But in the middle of it, it doesn't do anything. It just changed the color perfectly, because like that's the 95%, I think. And I like these pants more now because they also fit nice with this pair, because they were both synthetic materials and it almost looks like it was meant to be like that. So quite happy how this turned out. So the 5% and the 3% is just gonna give a stainy mix of the pants, and I think this is what most likely will happen to your items. So a bit of a special example was this pair of episode cargo pants. I really liked these, and these were green before. I wouldn't wear green anyway, so I thought I could paint them black, and I thought the mix would be maybe cotton mixed together with linen, but I think there's also a little bit of wool in here. It also really stretchy, so there might just be synthetic materials in there altogether. It's a big mix, I think, of synthetic materials, and you can see that back in the color. It was green and I used a black color, and it didn't get any further than this color of brown. And that's also because there are hairs sticking out which have the lighter brown color, so that doesn't apply with dye at all. It just doesn't work. But they turn out fine, I think, and these are so comfortable. These were €4 and I used leftover water actually on this, and it got brown. And then the day after I used a new package, but it still didn't work, so I figured, okay, this is it, this is the color that I'm gonna get. This is the maximum darker color that I'm gonna get out of this. So you can see it's quite a normal color, brown. Looks different on some parts, but I think that's because of the mix of fabrics. But turned out really cool, and I just don't know the mixture of this, so I can't tell you that. So one pair of Topshop pants, this is actually a big ratio. This is 70 to 30, 70% cotton and 30% lyocell, which is great, I think, because I didn't expect lyocell to be a semi-synthetic material, which made it really good for the coloring. It's not 100% synthetic, it's not 100% natural, but it's a good fabric, and it's really, really working well with dye. That's what it said online. So I purchased these pants on sale for like €20, I think, and it's one of the best pair of pants I've ever purchased, and just got completely black, no stains whatsoever. So the lyocell works absolutely amazing with the Dylon paint. Just great. Even the elastic waistbands on the inside, nothing got a different color. Everything got the black color that I wanted. So really great. Used one package for one pair of pants, so can't complain with that. So lyocell is completely fine. And this is a different example as well, because as I said, with the cargo pants I used leftover water which I had from a different dyeing project, and I didn't want to dump the water immediately, so I just kept it outside. And then the day after I thought, well, I want to dye this bag too, so I got this wet up front. I put it in there and I let it soak. Just didn't do anything, didn't stir, didn't do anything that's included in that manual, like stirred around for 30 minutes. I didn't do any of that. I just put it in there, got it a few turns a little bit, and put it out, put it in. That's all I did, I think, for 5 minutes basically. Then I just let it sink in there, and this is what I got. I got a pretty good in my opinion, pretty good result from leftover water, which I usually would have thrown out. So you can probably dye way more with the dye that you've got to achieve a darker color or a darker hue of that color. And there are some stains in here because I didn't stir it enough, but I could have just tried to like put it in a little bit more on the spots that might have not gotten the most textile paint, but still works with leftover water too. So I think there's a lot of things wrong with the process as well, because you can just do nothing that it says basically. Just use warm water, throw it in there, don't even make it wet up front. It still works pretty decent, I think, and use leftover water for some dyeing projects and it works great. I think that's way better than using a new package every single time. So if you got any questions about the synthetic materials that I dye, just leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I'll be happy to help you, because I think it's quite annoying to not see what something might look like up front. So this might give you a better impression of what you can expect in your dyeing project. So hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys next time. See you.